Hello YouTube and welcome to my Sega Park tribute video. Yes, the final Sega Park in the UK closed its doors for the final time on the 30th of January 2013. I was a regular there when it first opened back in the summer of 1996, all the way through to 2007. It's got 11 years of great memories and great times to share with you. So let's start straight away with the summer of 1996. I turned 18, Euro 96 was in full swing. It's coming home, it's coming home. Yes, and all that. And we had Chris Evans and TFI Friday and Lad Culture, and we were all supposed to be jacking off to FHM. And what else was happening at that particular time? Yes, Firestarter by Prodigy was #1. I'm a Firestarter, twisted Firestarter. Yes, anyway, let's talk about Sega Park when it first opened. It was absolute chaos. We had machines everywhere. Wherever there was a plug socket, they had a machine. We had 2 or 3 different versions of Streetfighter. Absolute madness. But it was great at the same time because I'd never seen so many arcades in the same place at the same time. About a month or so later, they sorted themselves out, and I began playing Mortal Kombat 3 regularly. Do you know why? Because I had it at home on the Genesis, and I could show off all the fatalities to everybody in public. It was great. All the Sega Park staff used to gather around and watch me perform them. It was wonderful. I'm glad I entertained them. Then I started playing other games as well as that, although that was my main game at the time. Decathlete. Athletic Kings it's known as on the Saturn, a great little button mash in there, 50p a go, great times. Manx TT, little bike game, played that casually, not a great player on that, but I remember them bringing up to this jobs fair at the Southampton Guild Hall once. I was on it probably all day on free play. It was absolutely great. Sega Rally, I wasn't a great, as I say, I'm not a great racing fan at that particular time. I was really into fighting games, and you can see back there. I just knew that at the time as a game that went whoa, whoa, whoa each time you bash into the track. Daytona USA, of course, that was a game I was playing a couple of years earlier in the old Quasar arcade. That was great as well. £1 for 16 laps, that was the days. Yeah, I think you only get 8 laps now for £1. And that's even if you can find one in working order. Gunblade New York, that was a great game as well, great shooter there. Prop Cycle, the little bicycle game where from Namco you just cycle around bursting all those red balloons. Fantastic times towards the Christmas time. Really lovely, lovely night level on that game. Really love it. Alien vs Predator from Capcom, that was fantastic as well. Really had good times on that side-scrolling beat 'em up. Going to move into 1997 now, and my regular game, Streetfighter EX. You can see an EX game right there. I know that's EX3, not EX1, but that looks better, and I don't have EX1, so tough shit. Anyway, let's talk about Street Fighter EX. That's when the main fighting crowd began to take hold there. Great, great players there. Wonderful, wonderful guys. Miserable sods, but yeah, I love you all anyway. King of Fighters 1996. That was actually a little bit before Street Fighter EX, so I forgot about that one. That was a really, really tough game. I'd never really played an SNK game apart from the early ones, the old Fatal Furies, which were quite easy compared to yeah, that's King of Fighters 96 over there. That one there. That was a really tough game for me. I remember one particular time where this Chinese player left his money behind, and I ran after him like the good citizen that I was to give it back to him. What did he do? Two minutes later, he came back and challenged me and absolutely wiped the floor with me. To be honest, all the good players in that arcade wiped the floor with me on Street Fighter EX and King of Fighters. Do you know why? Because they were good and I wasn't. That's what it came down to. I might have been good in my friend's bedroom, playing, you know, first up, you know, best of 10. But compared to the real players in the arcade, I was rubbish. They wiped the floor with me each and every time. But you know what? I played some of the best Street Fighter in my life, the best King of Fighters in my life, playing against you guys. So thank you very much for the great times that I had there. What else was I playing at that particular time? House of the Dead, that came in a year later, 1997. Game that really got me into light gun games. Also, Virtua Cop 2, I know that came out a couple of years earlier, but there was a guy playing there. He gave me his gun because he didn't want to play anymore. And I was watching him play before he gave the gun to me. He was just shooting each target, boom, 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 like that instead of like da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. But it let me complete the game. I picked the gun up off him as he happily gave it to me. And I shot each target just once. And I was able to complete the game straight away. Just by doing that really chicken shit method, I was able to complete the game and work from there. So, Virtua Cop 2, House of the Dead 1, that is what really got me into light gun games. Thank you very much to that player that gave me his credit, gave me that gun. You were the one who set me on that path to light gun glory. Thank you very much. What else was I playing in 1997? Scud Racer. It was only in there briefly, although it does make a return. I have to be honest, at that particular time, I didn't really like the game. It didn't compare to Daytona USA for me at that time in my life. But you know what? It does compare later on, and I'll talk about that in a later video. They had a competition there. Daytona USA. Sega Saturn was the prize. I don't know the winner personally, but I know who you are. If you're watching this video, make yourself known. Comment. You had your birthday party, the first birthday party for Sega. Sega was 1 year old. They had a DJ playing house music, happy hardcore, jungle and all that, and yeah, fantastic. It's so long ago, I'm just talking off the top of my head with some notes in front of me. Please, I'm doing my best. Top Skater came in. That was a great little skating game from Sega. Alpine Racer and Dirt Dash from Namco. Great little games there as well. Yeah, also, X-Men vs Streetfighter was in. I wasn't playing that game at the time, but all the young guys were really amazing me with that, with all their little aerial rave combos that they were doing. One particular story about that, well actually two stories. We had this lady who had a problem with her hearing. She came in, she was absolutely brilliant. She did all these amazing aerial rave combos in the air. All the guys were standing around mesmerised. She wouldn't let them challenge her, but my God, if she did, she would have wiped the floor with them. I tell you, there's crowds around about 10 or 20 deep. It was fantastic. And the fact that she was a disabled lady as well, you know, props to you. If you're watching this, let me know who you are. Comment below. That's if you're watching, of course. What else did we have? What else was it in 1997? I'm just going, what did we have going on? Yes, we had the other guy on X-Men vs Street Fighter. He always kept losing to Apocalypse, and every time that he kept losing to Apocalypse, he would stand up, red-faced, really angry, and go, "Fuck off!" Loudly like that. It was absolutely insane. But you know what? It gives me great memories, so thank you very much for that. Absolutely fantastic. Let's move into 1998 now. Street Fighter EX2 to replace EX. Yeah, more great players on that. I used to get my backside handed to me by the best players there. So, you know what? Thank you very much. But again, I played the best Street Fighter I ever did with you guys. So thanks very much. I love you all. Marvel vs. Capcom came in as well. Young guys were playing that, doing their aerial rave movements. I remember playing against this one guy. I was absolutely rubbish at that game because it was new. I wanted to give it a go. He was kicking everybody's backside. I played against him and I got a double knockout, and I consider that a win. I know who you are. You've seen me. I've seen you. Let me know who you are. Comment below. Right. Sega Bass Fishing came in. Great little cabinet. Absolutely rubbish at the game, but I loved playing it. It was fantastic. Motor Raid, similar to Max TT, but had these sort of like road rash. You could whack the players off the bike. Street Fighter 3 New Generation. Have to say that didn't really take off in the arcade. A lot of the EX players didn't really go for that. Fair enough, I guess. You know, some games work, some games don't. I love the game anyway. I played it, even if no one else did. So always could get a free machine. So who's going to complain about that? House of the Dead 2 towards the end of the year. Yes, this is where it started to really pick up in terms. I started to move away from the fighting scene and get more into what was the forthcoming Naomi stuff. House of the Dead 2, great little game towards the end of 1998 in Sega Park. Star Wars Arcade Trilogy, another Naomi game that was coming, and really got into that as well. Not much else to say about 1998, but my next video would be coming up into 99, 2000, 2001. Those are what I consider the golden years for my playing experience inside Sega Park. And something else to make an appearance as well. This little beauty would marry the arcade and the console scene together. So stay tuned for my next video. I know you want to see it. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, YouTube. Long live Sega Park. Long live the legacy. Long live the Dreamcast. See ya.